Okay, so this is number 5, part 4. I have to do this for 4 times because I have 4 tickets here, 4 sets of tickets here. This problem up to this point is not practical because you don't know how to do for loops or if loops or any of that stuff right now. So we have to basically hand code this thing with it. But just it's the concept of memory management is where I want to talk to you about right now. The other part about this is when we get further down to chapter 5, after 5 and 6, you will have an opportunity to write for loops in this thing. That's how we do it in the practical world, but for now, just bear with me with this right now. So let's take this thing. Let's take this is for the box seats, right? And we gotta do for this how many times? The next seats is what? The next type of seat is your premium seats, right? So let's do this. This is for your box seats. Next one's going to be for your premium seats with it. So, or I'm sorry, sidelines. Okay, right next to it. So you got reading. You still have to read in your tickets, calculate the your ticket price, sales amount, and then you actually have to calculate that. And how many times you have to do this? Yes, 4 times. So here we go. Paste this thing 4 times for me. Box seats. This is what's called your premium seats. Premium, if I spell premium right. Okay. And the last one's your general admission, right? Or nosebleed in the Jerry Jones world, looking at the Jumbotron. So you have all of this right now. Now we need to actually get this thing out. Okay, so this is all step number 4 basically with it, and you still have to get this thing out to the memory, get it to display to the screen for me. Alright, so how do we get this thing out? Well, remember now, you got all these things that's calculated, it's accumulated to this thing, and you initialize to all this, whatever the current memory, this memory is, this memory now becomes this memory. And just repeat this one more time. This sales amount is now becoming this sales amount. This sales amount is this sales amount, which equals this sales amount, and this sales amount now equals this sales amount, now equals this sales amount, and now equals this sales amount, now equals, this is the last sales amount in that memory. Okay? We need to get this out. Same goes for the total ticket sold right now. You initialize this at 0, add to ticket sold, this becomes the new memory, which is this memory in here, whatever it's in there. That becomes this memory on the left hand side, becomes this memory, now equal to this memory, now equal to this memory, now equal to this last memory. That's what's inside. So these 2 memories that you last have in the general admission, that's your last 2 content of your memory in there. Let's get this information out to the screen right now. Alright, so we need to use what your out file variable. You're going to tell it to give it a string number of tickets sold equal what? Your total tickets sold, right? Which is this, correct? So that is becoming this, and you can actually do end line, okay? And then your second one is your sales amount, right? Still, it's your out file sales amount, right? Something like this. So, which is what? This last sales amount is this right here. Okay, so that's it. That's all. That's step number 4. Now, you got to do step number 5 is what you have to close out the variables. Okay, methods with this thing. That's all you have to do. Make sure you close this out. If you don't, you're going to leave this thing still running in the buffer with it. Not a good idea. Okay, so we look at this thing. That's what we have done. Is basically store this thing. Right? Give me a second. Let me pause right here.